What's up, everybody? It's your boy King coming to y'all with my predictions, my matchups, thoughts. These are my thoughts. Not trying to be on here like I know everything, but I'm speaking off the experience of being a longtime NBA fan and seeing situations in the playoffs and studying teams and things like that. But before I get into that, I want to give a shout out to some of my Detroit versus everybody family. Um, East Warren LB, check him out. Very knowledgeable guy, knows what he's talking about. We got a new YouTuber, a longtime Detroit Pistons fan. His name is Dante Chase. Check him out. Dante is spelled Dante. So that's Dante Chase. Check him out. Show him some support. He's a new guy to the family. Man Beast Morris, what up, though? Man, been watching his videos for a long time, man. Him and Hitman 313 also. They pretty much inspired me to come into the YouTube thing with sports. I quit my gaming channel a while ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and rock with the sports because that's what I do, man. Don't really have too much time to game, man, but sports is all day. So shout out to y'all fellas, man. Detroit versus everybody. I know y'all ready for these playoffs, man. But most of all, shout out to the subscribers. I'm loving the support I'm getting from you guys, man. I appreciate y'all for subscribing, taking the chance to watch my videos out of y'all busy day and hear what your boy got to say, man. Shout out to all of my subscribers and all of my groups on Facebook, Pistons Nation, Detroit Pistons fans, True Detroit Pistons fans, all the families on Facebook, man. So let's get into it, man. Predictions. I'm going to start right off the top with the Pistons, of course. I'm going to say that the Pistons could take this to Game 7. But I believe it will go 6 games, and they will lose to the Cavaliers. And the reason why I say that is because the total inconsistency of our team. They still do not have an identity. Going into the playoffs, you're not going to be very successful, not knowing what you're going to get from certain guys on a night-to-night basis. Playoffs, everything changes, man. It's a different type of beast. So. Most definitely, I would say the Pistons have a chance to push it to 7, but I believe it will go 6. And I also believe that they have a chance to take Game 1. Just because the Cavaliers have not figured this team out either. They have not figured out the Detroit Pistons. You got Stan Van Gundy going against Tyronn Lue. And Tyronn Lue played for Stan Van Gundy. A lot of people didn't know that. So Stan Van Gundy, based off the type of player Tyronn Lue was, Stan Van Gundy might try to, pull a few tricks out the hat. But at the same time, Tyronn Lue might try to pull some tricks out the hat if Stan Van Gundy has similar things that he's doing now that he did when he played for Stan Van Gundy. So, but definitely gonna say 4-2. I want to say 7-game series, but I think Cleveland takes it 4-2. I just don't believe the NBA is going to let that happen unless LeBron James is trying to get out of Cleveland. That's the only scenario, man. I'm not going to get all into the conspiracy theory stuff, man, but the NBA, if they don't want you to win, you ain't winning, Chief. And you know how they are, man. So you see the officiating and the stuff that goes on, man, over the years. Just with Detroit sports, period, man. So that's my prediction for the first round of the playoffs for the Pistons, man. A couple of teams I don't have advancing. I don't have the Atlanta Hawks advancing. I just don't with the matchup, man. I don't have them advancing, man. I just think they're gonna get outplayed by a team that's younger and a team that's playing together. Another team, the Toronto Raptors. I know they've been ousted, but I just can't. I can't trust. I cannot trust Kyle Lowry in the playoffs, man. He disappeared in the playoffs. I mean, all through the season, he's a leader. He's all type of things, man, during the season. But in the playoffs, I don't know what the fuck happens to Kyle Lowry, man. Maybe he gets over the hump this year. I wouldn't be surprised. But, you got two All-Stars this year, man. Maybe they took another step. But in the playoffs, I don't get it. Definitely feel like the Celtics is going to, push some people to the limit, man. I mean, this is a team, usually Chicago and Boston, they push people. That's what they do. But this team right here, young, ready to go, man. These guys is playing together. They look like a young Pistons squad, man. A bunch of young guys that can just play. And you got one guy that's considered a star on the team, Isaiah Thomas. So, you never know what you're going to get, man. But those are just a few little nuggets I'm throwing out there about who I think is not going to advance in the first round. I'm not going to go into the West. I'm not really a big fan of the West like that, man. But my pick to come out the West is the San Antonio Spurs. I'm not going with Golden State. I feel like Golden State got by last year. But this year, I don't think they're going to get by. With the veterans that they added, that they haven't really even been using, the bench, I don't think they're going to get past the Spurs. The Spurs made it into the playoffs healthy. That's a problem for a lot of Western Conference teams. A healthy Spurs team with new talent, younger talent. I'm picking the Spurs, man. Spurs is usually the team. When the Pistons is out of the playoffs over the last years, I usually go with Spurs, man. Just because their consistency and the excellency, man, and the postseason. They're like the New England Patriots of the NBA, man. So that's who I'm rocking with, man. I'm not jumping on the Steph Curry bandwagon, man. I'm not doing that. Side note, congratulations to them for 73 wins. And I do want to touch on something real quick. I don't think that they're better than the 95-96 Bulls. And I'm going to make this short and sweet. The 95-96 Bulls, if they had the freedom that Golden State has in this game today because of the rule changing and the way the game is today, look out. Golden State wasn't facing teams like Jordan had to face Boston, the Lakers. I mean, star-studded teams. More than one star. You can't compare these type of teams to the type of teams Golden State playing today, man. These non-defensive, let-it-fly West Coast-ass teams, you can't do that, man. That's just my opinion. So, let's end that topic right there. But for predictions, that's as far as I'm going to go right now, man. Definitely want to talk about the matchups. The Cavaliers are starting Tristan Thompson at center against Andre Drummond. Have anybody watched what Andre Drummond has been doing to Tristan Thompson every time they play? I don't want to hear that playoff shit because Tristan Thompson is the same player in the playoffs. Seen that last year. Yes, he gets offensive rebounds, but not against Andre Drummond. A lot of teams, Tristan Thompson might come in and do some things. Bro, not against Andre Drummond. Say that again. Not against Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond is going to body him. Look for some hook shots because Tristan Thompson is too fucking damn small. You got a damn near 7-footer, 300-something pounds going against Tristan Thompson. And he's not slow. Drummond can jump again before his feet even fucking touch the ground. I'm not even going to dig into that even further. Only reason I had to bring that out is because, of course, Facebook. Some of the bullshit and the crazy shit you hear on Facebook, man. But anyway, the key is Reggie Jackson, man. I honestly don't believe he had that injury. to that severity. I just think Stan Van Gundy was resting Reggie Jackson because he's tired. He had that big ass game he had. He's tired. He needs to rest up as much as possible. My man is an asthmatic. On top of that, when they put them injuries out like that, like the Spurs be doing and teams like that, I don't believe them half the time. I think Reggie Jackson will be fine. But the bench is another key. The bench has to step up and show they motherfucking ass, man. You got some hungry motherfuckers on that bench, and that's the only plus right now. Jody Meeks came in and showed his ass. I mean, Reggie Bullock still shooting that motherfucking ball. I mean, him and Reggie Bullock just was, man, they was draining them bitches, man. Even Anthony Tolliver, man. I know it's the playoffs, it's a different beast, man, but you just never fucking know. It's been a lot of surprising in the playoffs over the years, over teams that's been there. So I'm not really buying that shit right now. You just never fucking know, man. It's the NBA we talking about here. So the bench has to step up. Reggie Jackson has to show his ass. Andre has to dominate. And the rest of the players fall in. KCP gonna play defense like it's his last game. I don't know who Stan Van Gundy is going to put on LeBron James, but him and Tobias Harris have a little thing going ever since Orlando. Tobias Harris seems to show out when he plays against LeBron James. He does not like LeBron James. So that's another upside for the Pistons, man. So we'll definitely see what happens. But I don't want to make this video too long. People, they tend not to click on it when they see it too long. It's already running up to 12 minutes. Those are just some quick predictions, some situational basketball. Let me know what y'all think. Once again, these is my opinions. Go ahead and smash the like button for your mans. If you're going to watch the video, smash the like button. It's just a button. Just push the like button. Leave comments, man. And if you're a newcomer, subscribe to your boy. I promise you I'll give you nothing but real talk. I'm not going to exaggerate shit. I'm not going to be a straight ignorant fan. I'm going to give you straight up real talk. So this your boy King. I'll holler at y'all later on, man. I'm about to enjoy this weather because the weather finally broke here in the D. Enjoy y'all day. I'll see y'all before Sunday.